Welcome, Oceansiders, to the very first episode of Oceansiders Cooks. So, this is our very first segment. We wanted to do one of these because I love to cook. You may be asking yourself, what are you cooking today, Tracy? Well, I'm going to tell you. Today we're doing a Macaroni Grill favorite. I'm doing a copycat recipe of the Macaroni Grill favorite, Scaloppine Di Pollo. Now, when my mother, bless her heart, was still alive, one Mother's Day, I made this dish for her. She loved this dish. So I ended up making it for her and all my family. It took a little while to put together, for I had it cooked for like 7 people. But she loved this dish. Next Mother's Day came along. I said, Mom, what do you want me to make for you for Mother's Day? I'll cook you anything. And she said, Scaloppine Di Pollo. So, moving on to the future, my wife, which I love very much and have married, I made the biggest mistake. I ended up making this for her. Now, this is a normal meal, or I guess one that we cook often within the Oceansiders household now. So she loves this dish, but enough of that. Let's go on and let's look at the ingredients. All right, so here we go with the ingredients to Scaloppine Di Pollo. So first we're going to start off with a 12-ounce jar of the artichoke hearts. I also have right here, we have a ½ cup of white wine. Here we have 2 tablespoons of capers, 1/2 cup of heavy cream, 1/2 cup of lemon juice, about 4 tablespoons of butter. The ones that I really like, I'm not pimping this brand, but Kerrygold butter. Oh, Kerrygold butter, very good stuff. We got a whole pack of portobello mushrooms that come like in a little square pack. We're going to do salt and pepper to taste. Then we're going to do dredge the chicken in flour, and then we will fry that with butter and avocado oil. Now, I really like avocado oil because it has a nice high smoke point and works well with the butter whenever you're frying the chicken. So there we go. There's the ingredients that we got for Scaloppine Di Pollo. So let's get to the part that you guys have been looking for the most, I hope. Let's get cooking. Alright, so we got here going right now. We got 1/4 cup of our white wine in here. We got a ½ cup of lemon juice that's gone in here. We got ½ cup of heavy cream. We also got 3 to 4 tablespoons of butter in here as well. And we're just stirring that up, and I like to just stir this together and get it melted down. And once we get that melted down like this, so you see it's kind of this consistency, I like to pull this off the burner. And then we're going to move on to sauteing our artichokes with our capers and our mushrooms. And then also we will be adding salt and pepper to that as well. Alright, so we are now doing our portobello mushrooms here. We got our artichokes as well, and we've also incorporated our capers in here as well. So we're going to let this kind of reduce down. Once you get this reduced down, then we're going to move on to salt and pepper in these things. And then we'll add this to our already made white wine, lemon, heavy cream butter sauce. So I'm going to go ahead and get through this here, and once these get sauteed up, we'll come back and incorporate it into our sauce. Okay, so we've pretty much sauteed these down. They're starting to get a little bit limp on us with the mushrooms. They're starting to render down a little bit, along with the artichoke hearts and the capers and everything all come together. Now, so what I've done is I salt and peppered these. So anytime that you're doing any kind of vegetables, mushrooms in this case, artichokes, make sure if you salt and pepper once, go ahead and salt and pepper once more. And that will pretty much take care of it. You don't need any more than that. That's what I have found that works best for me. And give this a nice good stir again here. Incorporate that salt and pepper in there. And then of course, always throughout the entire meal, what you want to do is you want to taste everything, guys. You want to make sure that you're tasting everything so that, you know, that everything has like the right seasoning to it. So that's what we're going to do right here. Grab a little mushroom. Oh yeah, that's perfect. All right. So what I like to do here, once I get this done here, I'm going to turn the fire off here. We're going to grab our little sauce here. What I do is I just dump this right into the sauce. Just like that. And then I will just stir that and incorporate that into the sauce. And then what we'll do from here is I'll just set this off to the side. Okay, so onward to our chicken here. What we're gonna do is, you see these little fat pieces here? I kind of like to trim those off a little bit. Get rid of those. And also, if there's any more, there's not much left on that one. And then I'll trim this off here. Get a little bit of that fat off of there. And then once we get those trimmed off, all I'm going to do is kind of just like cut these in half or butterfly them, because they're awfully big to cut like this. Because what will happen is that this part will get done quicker than the thicker piece. The thicker piece will take a little bit longer. The thinner piece will cook pretty quick. So best thing to do is to cut these in half. So what I'm going to do is you're going to find about the middle here. Going to push our hand flat and just kind of guide the knife on down until we get down to the tail end here. Boop, just like that. And then we have two pieces that we can work with here that are much thinner and will cook much better for us. And here we go. We're going to do the same thing with this one, about in the middle of the chicken. Just kind of guide it down with the knife down here to the tip. Cut it open like that. Open like a buck. Now this one, got a little bit off on that one, but we all can make mistakes in the kitchen. That's fine. It's the great part of cooking. Sometimes we make mistakes like that. Anyways, these are considerably thinner now. So what I'm going to do is we're going to put this in the flour. We're going to dust it just a little bit. We're going to take it and then shake it a little bit so we get just a dusting. We don't want these things to be caked in flour as we fry them. So I'm going to do that now. And then once I get these dusted with flour, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go over to the fry them in the pan and go from there. See you in a bit. All right, we got our pan here. We're going to add some avocado oil in the pan here. And then also what I like to incorporate with that as well, as I said before, we like to put a little butter inside there as well. So we're going to let that kind of reduce down with the avocado oil and the butter. We're going to let that go for a little bit. So we'll just kind of swirl this around. So the reason we put butter in, the oil with the butter, this is going to help the butter to not burn as we're cooking our chicken. So as we stir this around, it looks like we're now kind of coming up to temperature here. You can see where the oil and the butter mix together, it kind of starts to boil a little bit, and that should be good for starting to fry your chicken a little bit. All right, so I'm going to bring over the chicken here. We'll take a look at what we have done. So basically I have doused it in the flour, but we don't want it too much, and we want to do just a dusting. So you want to shake the flour enough to where we have just a dusting of flour that's on the chicken. So we're going to take the chicken off of here. I'm going to lay this right in the pan. I'm going to get this, and you're looking for a golden brown on both sides basically. And what I like to do is I have a thermometer that I utilize that I check the temperature of these to make sure that they are done, obviously, but you don't want to overcook them because this is chicken breast. It will overcook pretty quickly and can get dry. So you want to make sure we're watching the temperature on these to make sure that we're cooking them properly. Okay, so we're going to let these go for a bit. I'll be right back. Okay, so we're coming up now to where we're seeing some browning going on. You just want to see like a golden brown, and once you see that, you want to flip them over on the other side. What I have now is my trusty old thermo pen from ThermoWorks. This is a great thermo pen. Measures basically the temperature of the chicken, which we want to be at 165. And it lights up, and you can contort it this way or this way, and it reads the numbers, which is pretty stinking cool. Anyways, so yeah, this one's well above this one, so we need to pull those two out. So these are a little bit thinner, so they will cook pretty fast. So we're just kind of waiting on, this one came out a little bit thicker. This one about 144, 145. This one are about 140 as well. So we're going to let these go for a little bit longer, and then we'll show you the finished product. Almost there, guys. All right, so that's it. That wraps up our... Oh, wait, you want to see the final product? Well, here it is, right here. All right, so here we go. Final presentation of our dish, Scaloppine Di Pollo. We did golden brown on our chicken. Here we incorporated a lemon butter white wine sauce, capers, mushrooms, and artichokes on top. Also with a little bit of lemon on top. So we did not put pasta in here because we're trying to keep this a little bit keto friendly. But you can incorporate or add pasta to this as well and put all of that on top. Anyways, that's our dish right there. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you make it yourself. Please let us know what you think of this dish. Comment, subscribe, like on the channel. It helps us with our channel. Also, let us know if you want us to make other cooking segments. Anyways, thanks for watching. Love you. Bye.